Hello, this is Crystal Stanich, and thank you for joining me for this week's First Chapter Friday. Today I will be reading from The Pirate Loop, a Doctor Who novel written by Simon Guerrier. Chapter 1. For the dread pirates Luke and Joseph. 6,000 robots danced through the streets of Milky Pink City. They had never been programmed with dance lessons, but what they lacked in style, they made up for with their enthusiasm. All around, metal limbs twisted with abandon. Tall robots did something that looked like a rumba. Lifting robots did the mashed potato. And weaving in and out between them raced the Doctor and Martha Jones. Martha and the Doctor had been in Milky Pink City for no more than 4 hours, and it had not gone brilliantly well. The city and all its robots had been built years ago to serve and pamper thousands of human holiday makers, but the humans had never arrived. Intergalactic tourism, the Doctor had explained, was an unforgiving business. So the robots had been delighted to see Martha and the Doctor, even if they hadn't booked ahead. They had fallen over themselves to oblige their every whim. They squabbled about who got to fetch Martha a drink and came to blows over who took the Doctor's coat. It had quickly turned into a war between different factions of keen-to-please robots, all with exquisite manners. And then, an hour later, they had turned on the Doctor and Martha as the source of all the problems. This, thought Martha, now, as she ran to keep up with the Doctor, her hand held tightly in his, was what happened when you tried to force people to have a good time. She remembered a particularly miserable family holiday at some activity camp outside London. Her big sister, Tish, falling for one of the creepy blokes that worked there. She shuddered. Even being sentenced to death by a city of daft robots wasn't quite as terrifying as that place. For one thing, you couldn't defeat creepy blokes by playing them songs from your iPod. It's funny, she said to the Doctor as they ducked and weaved between the dancing robots. My brother hates this song. What? Said the Doctor, stopping in his tracks. He spun on the heel of his trainer, his long coat and silvery tie whirling around him, and swept a hand through his spiked and scruffy hair. But this is a classic. Humans doing what you do, daring to be brown and blue and violet sky? He laughed. I don't even know what that means. See? Brilliant. Martha raised an eyebrow. With the robots still dancing around them, it didn't seem the best time to indulge him. Yeah, well, he said, chastened, taking her hand and leading her on through the strange and metal street party. You know, I once saw Micah live in Denmark. Yeah, said Martha wearily. I was there too. He turned his wild, inquisitive eyes on her like he'd only just noticed her there. That's a coincidence, he said. Funny how these things work out, ain't it? But his wide grin and enthusiasm were infectious. Martha found herself grinning back. They turned a corner, and Martha felt her heart leap. And that is the beginning of Doctor Who, The Pirate Loop. Join me here next week as I read from T.J. Klune's The House in the Cerulean Sea. Don't forget, we do have summer reading going on. It is not too late to join. You'll just want to log in on the Reader Zone app, and you can find the codes to register for adults, teens, and children on the library's website. Thank you, and have a great week.